This is a car that looks like it was built to outrun time itself. But somehow the world forgot it existed. Meet the Alfa Romeo Montreal. It's Italian. It's got a Race-Bred V8. It looks like it wants to steal your girlfriend and your garage spot. But ask most people about it, and they'll just blink at you like you made it up. So today, we are fixing that. We are diving deep into one of the coolest cars Alfa ever made. Its wild concept origins, its exotic engine, and why it went from dream car to wait, what even is that? Grab your espresso, because this story is about to get very Italian. It all starts in 1967 at the Expo 67 World's Fair in Montreal, Canada.
The whole country was on the road. Destination, Expo.
The story that defined a generation, the legendary summer of Expo 67 in Montreal. The world came to our doorstep, but more importantly, Canadians came together. For some, it was the longest journey of their lives, the first time they met a person of another color, or who spoke another language. It was the year Canada turned 100, and this was our birthday party. Some parties change people's lives. Expo 67 changed this country.
Alfa Romeo builds a stunning concept car just to show off. Two of them, actually, and people go absolutely crazy for it. It didn't even have a proper name. But since it was built for the Montreal Expo, people just started calling it the Montreal. And Alfa went, that actually sounds kinda cool. So, a few years later, Alfa decides to make a real one. But not just a cheap production version, no. They called up Bertone, the same design house that shaped the Lamborghini Miura, and said, make it fast, make it beautiful, make it Italian. And they did. The production version was designed by Marcello Gandini, yes, the guy who later drew the Countach. And it shows. Long hood, short rear, hidden headlights, vents everywhere. It looked like a space-age spaceship that decided to become a car. Underneath all that style was something a bit more familiar. The Montreal was actually built on Alfa Romeo Giulia GTV2 platform, which meant it shared the same basic chassis and suspension layout as Alfa's sporty little coupe, just stretched and beefed up to handle a V8. So you have this perfect mix, a proven, balanced platform from the Giulia GTV and a wild Gandini designed body on top. When it hit the 1970 Geneva Motor Show, the world went nuts. But then they heard the specs, and it even got better. Under the hood of this gorgeous Italian sculpture is a 2.6-liter V8. Now you might think, alright, V8, cool, everyone had those in the 70s. But this isn't some lazy American boat motor. This V8 was based on the Tipo 33 Sfadale race car engine, the same one Alfa used to win races. They basically took a race model, they tuned it just enough so it wouldn't explode on your way to get gelato, and stuffed it into Grand Tourer. The result? About 200 horsepower, a red line near 7000 RPM, and a sound that makes angels weep and Ferraris jealous. Yeah, that's not just an exhaust note. That's an Italian orchestra having a midlife crisis. It was hooked up to 5-speed ZF manual, rear-wheel drive, limited slip differential, and could hit 220 km per hour, quick for the early 70s. 0 to 100 in around 7 seconds, which, for something that looked this good and come with working headlights sometimes, was impressive. Let's just take a second to appreciate how insane this thing looks. Those headlight covers that slide up like little eyelids? Totally useless, but totally perfect. The fake hood scoop that doesn't do anything? Classic Italian move, is just there for the vibes. And those 6 vents on the side? They don't cool the engine, they ventilate the cabin. That's right, the vents that look like they're feeding air into V8 are actually air conditioning for your elbows. From every angle it's got that exotic GT energy. It looks expensive, it was expensive, When it launched, it cost more than a Jaguar E-Type or a base Porsche 911. And while it was technically a 2+2, the back seats were basically just decorative. If you could fit back there, congratulations, you're legally a suitcase. Inside it was peak 70s cool, toggle switches, deep gauges, and enough leather to start a small fashion brand. You sat low, the pedals were offset like in a race car, and everything made you feel like you were driving something special. So the Alfa Romeo Montreal had the looks, the power, the pedigree, so why did it fail? Well, a few reasons. First off, timing. It came out just as 1973 oil crisis hit. Suddenly, nobody wanted high-revving Italian V8. They wanted fuel economy. And this thing drank premium like it was trying to forget something. Second, the price. At around £5,000 in early 70s, it was seriously pricey. You could get a Porsche 911, which was faster, handled better, and was easier to fix when it broke, because Alfa did break. And third, Alfa never really backed it in motorsport. Sure, there was a Group 4 racing version built by Alto Delta, Alfa's racing arm, but it barely raced. It had a 3-liter version of that V8 pushing nearly 370 horsepower, but thing kept breaking down. It was fast when it worked, but that was nothing. So while Ferrari and Porsche were building racing legends, the Montreal just kinda sat there being really good looking. Over time, the Montreal quietly faded into the background. Alfa only built about 3,900 of them before production ended in 1977. Then it disappeared. You never saw it in racing, you never saw it in video games. It became that car that only hardcore Alfa nerds talked about at 2 AM on forums. But recently, things have changed. Collectors started realizing, wait a minute, this is a Marcello Gandini design, with a race V8 and only a few thousand exist. Now the Montreal is becoming a hot property. Prices have shot up to around 70 to 100,000 with mint ones going for more, and honestly, it deserves it. Because when you see one in person, it's one of those cars that just stops you. You don't even care what it costs, you just go, what is that? The Montreal might not have had a big Hollywood career, but it did get its moment in the spotlight. Michael Caine drove one in 1974 movie The Marcello Countach, and there's even a chase scene between a Montreal and Porsche 911. Spoiler, both look awesome, but Alfa sounds way better. Beyond that, the Montreal popped up in a few European films and TV shows from 70s and 80s. Usually parked in the background or cruising through stylish city scenes. It was never a star, but it always looked like one. Even when it was sitting there, it added a perfect touch of Italian cool to the frame. So what's the deal today? The Alfa Romeo Montreal is rare, expensive, and weirdly still underappreciated. It's not a supercar, it's not a race car, it's something in between, a Grand Tourer with a supercar DNA. It's like Alfa Romeo built a car that didn't care about fitting in. It just wanted to look gorgeous, sound insane, and make its driver feel like a movie star. And that's kind of what makes it amazing. Every time someone buys one now, it's not because they want fastest or most reliable car, it's because they want character. They want something with soul. And the Montreal has enough soul for entire orchestra. So yeah, the Alfa Montreal is like that mysterious guy in every movie who shows up once, says something poetic, and leaves. Everyone forgets his name, but everyone remembers the vibe. And that's the Montreal. A car too cool for its own time, but finally getting the respect it always deserved.